Wait, there we are. Okay, now can you hear me? Oh, I left. No! Don't leave me. Not yet. Alright, cool, we're back. I've got the cameras up. I think we're good to go. I think this is good. Give me an all clear if anybody's watching. Probably not, because I did a last minute jump on. Well, last time. Alrighty. Thank you, thank you. Liam, good to see you here. Let me know if the music is too loud. Because we're using a different mic today. Making it a little bit easier. Hopefully it's clearer. So if the music's too loud at any time, just let me know. Teacher M, that guy makes. What's going on? I'm doing a project you've probably already done, sir. But we're changing out the snappity belt on the KOBRA 3. So, yay! Fun day. It's always a fun day. And I have so many things hooked up. This mouse is absolutely useless right now. Let's move this out the way because we're going to have to move this printer around. We're going touchpad today. All right. So, yes, sir, you did. I know you did. So I'm going at it today with the changing of the belts because you didn't tell anybody how to do it. Herschel, not right now, bud. Not right back. Yeah, get over there. Get back. That's correct. Always gotta have belts on hand. So that's what we got. Today's just a fix the printer day. No giveaways, no nothing like that. We're just chilling, hanging out, fixing the printer today. So get out. Boy, I need the space. You can play with these after. I know that's what you're after, but not right now. Not right now, Bubs. Not right now. It was too simple? We'll see. You don't know me. I'll jack this up real quick. This is going to be funny. Watch out, Hirsch. You're going to have to get down. I need to get to these screws right here, okay, Bubs? Can you get over there? No, you can play with... Here, I'll give you your seat. You have your own seat today. Mommy's at work. You have your own seat today. Come sit down. Come on. Come on. Come over here. Come on your spot. It's your spot. Go ahead. There you go. Oh, boy. Melissa, what's going on? We're changing a belt today. We're changing a belt. So, I'm working on a long format video on this printer here with the difference between the standard hot end and the new ceramic hot end. So, if the music's too loud, let me know. You know what? I'm going to turn it down on my side. Because it's a little blaring on my side. I can't hear myself think. There we go. Perfect. And what do you want? You can watch. You can sit right there and watch. Yeah, so we're doing a long format on the difference between the standards heater block nozzle on this one versus ceramic. So with the ceramic, I do have that over there, but I had to finish some prints and the belt failed on me. And it has to get done soon because this, it's a time thing. So, bam! Don't have to replace the Y belt on the SE. It's been rough shape for the last 3 months. Ooh. Yeah, no, I have a couple things planned for the SE, but today I must get this done finish the video on the difference, so that way we can switch on the ceramic and do all basically pretty much the same exact prints I've already done for the past 14 days. But I can kind of shorten it and throw things on the same plate. But anyway, the goal today is fix this belt. I don't know why it snapped. Heck, that guy has already done this on his. He didn't tell me because I told him it wasn't a good one to get. Now I'm still having issues with this one. But yeah, we had a whole... No, you'll have this later. You can play with this later, young man. And you're in the way. Come on, you can get out. Jesus, GT. So, it just snapped off. I didn't tighten it, yeah, we tightened it, loosened it over time, but it was running for a long time with no shreds, no nothing. You can play with it after, sir. Just get down. Just get down. Here, you can have this one. I'm about to measure it, then you can play with it. Here, you can have that one. Yeah, there you go. Animals. So yeah, we got the big long string of much better cables, or much better uh, belt, and we are going to reuse the brass pieces off of the other one because I just pried it off. And I looked at this thing and I said, yeah, this should be nice and simple, just feed it through. But then I'm like, you know what? I don't think it's going to go that smooth. For some reason, I don't think it's just a simple feed it through and clip it on like normal. But yeah, we're going to start by taking off the flicker dicker here. So anyone who has one of these knows, and if you don't, this thing will flick it across the room. We're talking like way over there. So like on the A1, it kind of goes floop floop. No, this thing, it's fully loaded, fully loaded. Striker? Oh, okay. Yeah. Now he's not even playing with it. He's literally sitting on it and licking himself. Oh, thanks, Hirsch. So yeah, I came back to a large print to see what the difference was with the large print on the standard hot end with the bigger heater block versus the ceramic, and this was the last print. So I came back to just I threw it away already, but I gotta replace it. We gotta replace it, and this was just kind of dangling there. And I said, what was going on? Because it was just doing this. That's all the printer was doing, and I couldn't figure it out. And then I'm like, oh, you have no belt. So that was fun. So we're gonna start by taking off the tensioner on the side here, which you guys should have a good view on from that angle. And TJM, if I'm doing something that you found out before that I shouldn't do while I'm doing this, it'd be nice if you stop me now before I yank a piece off and you go, you know, you could have done it faster or easier that way. Tips would be appreciated. I'm winging it. I didn't even look at how to fix this. There's no belt, so it doesn't matter. It's all, there's nothing under tension. Nada. Welcome back, JPP. Big belts. No, don't start already. Oh, it's underneath. Oh, we're gonna use Liz's bowls. We're gonna use Pez Liz's nesting bowls, which you couldn't really see the other one. But yes, Pez Liz has nesting bowls available now on Fangs. So print your set. Make sure you get your photo out there and put it under Fangs for Pez Liz. Go Pez Liz! And I think we're underneath too. This thing's been so long since I put it together. Oh, I don't care. I'm going to wash my hands later. We're not going to touch the bed. Don't touch the bed. Sync cable or not, I don't trust it. Buddy, I don't need you eating your feet. Yeah, good. As long as no one can see you eat your feet, you're good. And yeah, one underneath, that's right. This thing's been together for a while. So what's everybody doing on this fine Sunday? Let's if there is anything going on. Is there a football game? Oh, that was earlier. Boom. So we're gonna take off the thrower. And you know what? I'm gonna turn this around because I can't see from this angle. Oh! Came right off. That might help. So it does just slide right on and off like that. And there goes my tool head. Okay. Simple. Cheap. Plastic. Nice. But yeah, the reason why we're mainly switching it out is the old block has a tendency to turn, as you can see. And the newer ceramic one doesn't have this huge block on it. It has a nicer, smaller. See how I can just turn that on the heater block. So on the new one, why didn't I have the new one sitting right here? Hold on, it's right here. I have it right here. Can't put this on. We cannot put put this on until after we've done this bigger print, or else it's just, yeah, I'm not going back. I'm not going back. But yeah, this is the new one, the ceramic style with the smaller heater block and supposedly better flow. So again, that's what we're testing. That's why we gotta check it. He's still sitting on the belt. So yeah, we're switching this. I'm gonna try to do a live stream this week, maybe Tuesday. See how the internet will do. Yeah, that's the great part. When the internet holds up, it's great. When it doesn't, you're just like, oh great, I've lost stream. Yeah, yes, and then you get to test the SSR because everybody's got. Buddy of ours did his with the new upgrade on it to show that on Print SOS, and he has some thoughts. He definitely does. And these are metal wheels, in case anybody's wondering. It is a metal wheels 4, and it does have the eccentric nut on the bottom set here. It is running on standard steel. Well, it's a steel on a. Ooh, I didn't even really notice that. It's a thinned out extrusion on the back here. Matter of fact, if you look on the side here, all in here is empty. So that's very interesting. I didn't even notice that before. Hold on. Oh, don't look at my face. Not my face. There you go. Yeah, it's got a weird setup to it. But that's the side angle on there. Alright. I'll leave you guys up there. Instead of seeing my hideousness. There we go, because we're really gonna have to go this side too. But yeah, that's okay, so that's where this back piece slides in along that groove. That's what that big extrusion piece missing. And how is this just? It's tight like that. That's weird. But yet this slides right off. Precision. Not. So yeah, that's gonna go in between there, really. So we're going under and through. Up on the top side and underneath on the bottom. Got it. Okay. Great. I gotta go all the way through. That's gonna be fun. Printing after dark. That's true. Yeah. Like a printing other stuff, doing other stuff after dark. Martin! Good to see you, Martin. We're just changing out this belt, and I was just looking at the orientation, and it is going to go all the way through the extrusion. And we're going to have to measure the belt out here as well. You know what? I might as well do that so I can put that other belt away and he can play with it. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to take the old belt, line it up to where the snap is. Again, no idea why it snapped. You know, funny thought was that I had, this isn't any cubic. My KOBRA Max isn't any cubic. My KOBRA 2, any cubic. All of them have, well, that one had a stretched, messed up tensioner. That one had a messed up tensioner. And this one, the belt snapped. And the KOBRA Max, the belt snapped. So, printing after hours. Interesting. So we're going to take the head off since I don't want it to go swinging everywhere. And we're going to open up the other side over here. And feed our wire through. Or, I keep calling it wire. It is our belt. And I guess it's just another, the whole motor's going to come off. That can't be held on with just one. Yeah, I'm bald. Deal with it. Get old, it happens. Okay. So just the one there that holds the whole thing together? I can't be one there and one there. I guess not. Yeah, there's none. It's just the two. Terry has gone to work while you guys are hanging out with your missus. I get to have the dubious distinction of, did you finish that project? Yes, I did. I'm finishing this one first. And after I'm done with this, I'm going to make a phone call. And I should be done with another bigger project, hopefully by then. Yeah, it's just to slide it off. There you go. That's all we need. Where's President's bowls? I'm supposed to be using these bowls. That one goes there. That one was for that one. This one is that one. With this and this. This is just the excess piece. And you know what? We'll put these in there. And we know we need those. Aha! And that. So now. That's odd. Okay, so it's just a connector. Looks like it's a connector into this here. Yep. Oh, okay. Got it. So it's just a... I'm confused. It's just a breakout board for a different pin system, I guess. Okay. So cool, we're cutting the cable, or cutting our belt first. Cutting our cable. Poor guy. Me? Why? What did I do? I'm trying to fix this. My job is to fix this, my love. Same length, same length. It doesn't have to be exact, but I like it to be close. Alright, there we go. Don't click that. Clippity! Put our other milk in our other pesless bowl. Yay! And we're just feeding it through. Just feeding it through. Hold on. Is that a... Hold on. You gotta be kidding me. Hold on one second, because I want to be sure before I say this out loud on how upset I just realized how horrible of an idea. Wow. Okay. I have some thoughts. I have some thoughts right now. And, so I'm going to try to show you this on live, because this is going to be very interesting that nobody's even thought of this. I realize why this belt failed, and I'm sitting here trying to blame myself for it. This is 100% Anycubic's fault. So I was wondering about this extrusion here. 100% wondering about this extrusion. And then I looked and I just saw there's screws, literally. I'm gonna see if I can get this on camera, because this is gonna be hard to see. But on the back of the machine here, I'm kind of really upset by this now. So you see these screws here, the screw here, the screw here, the screw here, all of these that go through the extrusion on the back side. I know it's not that clear, but let me get you guys back here. These screws on the back of the extrusion. This one here, this one here, this one here. Inside of this extrusion, If you look here, you see this is the bottom, this is the top, this is the middle of the extrusion. Along the middle is where each one of those screws are. You really, oh man, it's gonna be difficult to see this. Hold on. Yeah, that's gonna be really hard for you guys to see, but right through here on this extrusion, goes all the way through this beam. On the back, every one of these screws that braces this in, you can see the raw screw just in between the top and the bottom. It's really hard to see on this camera. Man, I wish I could. This is hard to see. Hold on, you know what? We're gonna move this one. It's that upsetting to me right now. See if I can get this in frame. Oh, I'm livid. Come on, please, 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 shout them. Shout them. Oh, it's not gonna come up. It's not gonna come up. Unbelievable. Well, maybe you can see it there. Just barely see it. If you look just below to the right of the screw, you see the middle of the extrusion. I can't really move. Dang it. It's hard to see. If I put my... There's a screw right here. That's a screw. On the bottom, that's a screw. That's a thread. And there's one all the way through. This belt is riding on screws. On screws. Either way you look at it, if it's on the top and you go, no, it's supposed to be on the top, it's riding on a screw. The whole way through, this is just on a screw. Oh man, that's a huge design flaw. Wow. Wow. Sorry. I'm just going off on a tangent there. That was... Sorry. We'll move that back. We'll combine there. Just a little heated. Just a little heated right now about that. Hey, Herschel, you're in the way again. And they're all the way through the extrusion. I lost my temper. Oh. Yeah, I know exactly what she wants. So, but that's... Wow. Wow. There's no way to fix that. I'm gonna put this back in here, but I need some way to get this. That's... There we go. Oh, that's perfect. That's a good shot. Yeah, I'm actually gonna post that in Discord so you guys can actually see what I'm talking about. That is absolutely insane. I know Creality cheaps out, but they don't run their belts along screws. That's wow. Oops, am I being too honest? Yeah, you can't, but that's every screw all the way down is like that in the extrusion. Okay, we're gonna run a brand new belt right over the screws. Okay, there's no other way to explain that one to me. Unless one of you guys can explain how that's supposed to. Oh yeah, it's even on this side too. It's even clearer over here. Wow. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. It's gonna be on the bottom because that's the closest to the top of the motor. I'm gonna feed it through. Oh, there it goes out the other side. Yay. Oh, didn't expect to find that. Really did not expect to find that. So we're gonna go around the motor and it goes underneath into the blank space behind here. This is where it's going to go when you feed it through. But before we do that, we have to clip the ends off and run it through the other idler pulley. Yeah, just shredding. That's, I mean, a brass sleeve over. Yeah, maybe. That would be an idea. That would make sense rather than a bare screw. Just so if people don't understand what I'm saying, is my hands are filthy now from touching this. Is if you take a screw and you're just rubbing it back and forth across this thing that's moving at 600 millimeters per second, that's not gonna be good. That's not gonna be good. But yeah, that's what we're gonna run this thing. We're gonna run it the way it's supposed to, the way any cubic said, because otherwise we've cheated and changed it while we've tested it. We've altered it. That's how they like to say. No, we're not altering anything. Just replacing it with brand new belt. Brand new belt. After I don't even know how many hours. Not that many. I'm going the wrong way. So that's gonna go that way into the pulley, and then we can just mount this back on. Wow. Oh, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. We're gonna put this through here. Anybody else had fun with belts? It's just funny that this happened, and I could have swore I learned my lesson about belts. All right. I just had them. I just had them. Guys, what did I just do with the belts? Did the machine eat the belt? Yeah, I mean it did. It had artifact in the. JPP, you're absolutely right. We've had a lot of prints that came off of this machine that had tons of artifacting in the x-axis, and I've tried tightening, loosening, and nothing seemed to work. No matter, and yeah, that would happen with those screws. Wow. Well, hey, that's interesting fact that probably nobody thought of when they put this machine together. But yep, it's just gonna. It all makes sense. It was like a light bulb, just boop, there it goes. But I put them behind me. So yeah, all these do this, do that, and make that'll take care of it. That'll take care of it. I adjusted the screws, adjusted the eccentric nuts. We did everything you normally do, and I just could not get that from. It makes perfect sense. I mean, wow. I'm sorry, I didn't think that kind of stuff happens. You know, they would never put out a printer that's not fully tested, or they didn't think the whole process through somehow. I'm going to crimp it back in the same spot. This was actually folded over, which is the proper way to do it to get a good seat on there. Gives you more cushion for the squishing. But yeah, on the ends here. So we're going to make sure that the new one is bent at the same way, which, you know what? I'm just going to take this whole thing out. Let's take it out again because I just want to make sure. Oh yeah, you can do, as soon as you pull it, you hear. Oh well. Oh well. I'm past my 30-day return policy. So now it's just battle it out with any cubic. And see what they say. But yeah, there is a in-house repair we could do to fix that. But alright, so that's the same fold as the original one. Where's my bracelets? And I left them in a good orientation where I can just squish these through. That's the new one. Hershey, get down. Not right now, buddy. I don't want any screws missing. Come on, get down. Get down. Thank you, bud. Appreciate it. So it just gets it through. And we're gonna squish at the same squish point, so there's no, we're not changing nothing. And their squish point is right there. I left the V groove in, so it should be much easier to crimp these. Yeah, because my other crimpers are too small for this. Get in there. Alright, that's close enough. I think I've crimped it enough. Yeah. It's a nice, good crimp on there. Yeah, that's not going nowhere. Alright, so now I can feed my wire back through. You know what? Do it both sides. Yeah, we do both sides because they're not going to go back through. These actually, it's wide open in the back. So I can do both sides. And that was the long one. This one's the short one. Sorry, I'll look up in just 1 second. I don't want to. That's the same fold point. Another brass trinkety. Yes, 100%. 100% go back and use anything I've seen from, because this is I mean, unacceptable is not even a good word to say here. That just makes no sense. I mean, just it's like a tire. You want it to run smooth. You want it to. You don't want to grab it and. I mean, you want it to grip, but not sit there and. Where's the crimp point? Oh, it's up a little bit. Right there. Right there. Alright. The correct way to do this is to have a crimper, but I don't have the right size, so we're just making do. And I may know a thing or two about belts. There we go. That one's nice and snug. Ah. Alright, better than any cubic did it. Then the first printing. Oh. Oh. I like ideas. We love ideas. Oh, I love it. That would be good. That would definitely be demonetized, but I like it though. I'm down. Just love it. Oh, come on. Oh, I'm right in front of your faces with the mic there. All right, we're going through. Around. And then we're going to put it back to our pulley. And now we can fit that in. Like here. Here, I don't want to slide you in. I have fat fingers. Just let it go. Let it go. There we go. There's a little screw piece here. That's what I'm missing. I need this in here to hold it in place. Duh. And we will tighten later. That's in place. Look, we have a belt on here and we have a belt on here. Oh, look, we have two belts. Oh, and they look about the right size. And yep. So they're smooth to smooth. You're not gonna be able to hear it, but I can feel it if you put the top side across. Oh yeah, that's not good. Okay, it's not touching. It's not touching. That's what I'm gonna hear from any cubic. I know it. It doesn't touch technically, unless your belts are moving really fast. No, no one would want to run their high-speed printer at a ridiculous amount of speed. That would make no sense. All right, there we go. So we've got it leveled out. Oh, love it. Yeah. Yeah. See this. And this is interesting. All it is just going from here to here. That's all it is a plug. It had a whole, I don't understand it, but okay. That's probably past my brain skills, I guess. So that'll plug into the motor. And, oh, there's a clip in the back. Okay, it goes over the screws here. Come on, come in. Oh no, it's the nighttime sound. That's probably why there's no disintegration of the belt either. Alright, now... This is the correct way, yes. The belt is in place, yes. Belt's on the right line, yes. That goes there. Why are you not lining up with... Oh, it's a pop in place. I don't want to break anything. It has this little tiny clips. You know, you gotta be really careful with the little tiny clips. Otherwise they break. See? Stay. You stay. Stay right there. And you have a back of those. This is plastic to plastic. Yeah, plastic to plastic. So that's the self-tapping. It's always a good way to remember. If it's plastic to plastic, it's normally self-tapping. Stay right there. There you go. And this is just to hold on the actual case. It's not tensioning anything. And then one on the back. So that's metal into plastic. Should be these two, correct? Yes. And we can put this back on also. So clip's going back on. And before I put that on, the head. I forgot the head. Jumping the gun. I'm getting frustrated all over nothing because there's nothing I can do at this moment. And it makes no sense to get my panties in a knot. And since it's not hooked up yet, it can just slide right over top. Right, let's loosen that up a little bit. Yep. And on the back, we hit the camera. We're going to mount it. There's to the carriage, and on the carriage, we have a clip here, and we're just gonna come around and do it the same way they did, which is underneath, like so. That's how they had it. Oh. My knot's not as good as theirs, so I'm going on top. I'm just smarter that way. Yes, I think I... Alright. Yeah, that's how they had it. Same way. Same clips. And... make sure I'm not on the right one. Yeah, not a notch. Are you seriously telling me that's not long enough? Ain't no way. There's no way. I cut them the same length. There's no way. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Sorry, printers. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. I know I cut them the same lengths. This is the KOBRA 3. This is the KOBRA 3. I want to redo these again. I know I cut it to the right length. I cut it both out here. They're both the same length. Yeah, there's got to be a knot or something. No, there can't be a knot. No, I'm free range. Yeah, Oh, you're kidding me. That's how they go on? Okay. Yeah, these were, all I did was just pull them off the back. Wow, okay, so that's how they... Wow. I'm going to check something, because there's that just doesn't seem right. There's no way that that's the way those are supposed to be set up. Yeah, that can't be right. That's... just checking on AnyCubic's website about the setup of this belt. I am going to look this up because there's no way they have a wiki that they have for this. I'm familiar with it, unfortunately. Belt. See that on the wiki. X-axis belt. Because the way it looks, the way I'm trying to put it on right now, it appears it's... And that's why I did it exactly the same way, so nothing's cheating. So they had it clipped down here, and I thought they just had it for the extra support to hold it in place. But instead, they're actually using this as the loop. And the brass insert is the holder. So this is the actual piece that goes on. Not like the other ones where normally you have it like this, and this is the piece that gets pinned like so. Instead, they want you to use this to go around the actual pieces like this. Okay. Okay. I guess. No, I'm just repairing. We're just repairing a belt today. That's all. And apparently that's how they want it run. So let's tighten this down, and we'll see if that's gonna cause an issue or not, or this one's gonna cause an issue. Oh, let's see. I can't do it if I'm a lefty. I'm not a lefty. I'm a righty. The belt is tightening. Okay, so the belt tightens. Gotten it to... Let's see here. So basically, it doesn't really matter at this point, the tension level. But as you see, it's not super tight. It's got some decent movement to it. But all it's holding on is this circle here and this circle here with the brass clips. I'm very interested to see what happens when I plug this puppy in. You know what? We're going to do it right on the table. Right on the table right now. On this wobbly table. Because that ain't going to change with the artifact. Get in there. Oh, wrong way. I'm upside down. Upside down. I got a plug over here. We're going to turn this thing on and see if I fixed it. Or not. Obviously, the belt's fixed. That's just kind of common sense. The belt's already fixed. It's just, knowing what I know now, it makes it a little different putting this thing back together. Which again, why would you take this off other than to change out the belt? Or modify this printer in some way. That's the only way I can see why you would touch it. She's in. She's turning on. Go this way. At least it's more stable this way. Yeah. We bring up a roll of filament. Yeah, I hear you. Make it simple. Black will show. Actually, you know what? We want black. What do you guys think? Black or gray? Black or gray for some artifact testing? Oh, yeah, I really don't care. Yeah, I turned it off. I turned you off a while ago. So what do you think? Black or gray? I'm thinking black. I'm thinking black. Maybe gray. I actually have a dark gray matte. Ooh! So much better. This will show a lot better. Yep. Grab PTFE. I do. Getting a PTFE job. Getting a PTFE job. With this thing. Yay. Herschel, you've been with me this whole time, buddy. I appreciate it, my little man. My little printing buddy. Alrighty. We're gonna load some filament. I really can't do half of these things upside down. What do we have? We have some PLA. We're going to extrude. Yeah, that's the normal noise now, because this is a wonderful, wonderful printer to get. Oh, I've had a lot of issues with this printer since I got it, but again, the whole goal is to make them better. If they're bad, let's see if we can save them, but at least be honest with the fact that it's not a very high-end printer. Print its freaking belt off! Yeah! Yeah, it's the fan underneath. I believe it's the main board fan, but yeah. Yeah, gray. That's a matte gray, so that should work out well. Come on, extrude with our standard heater block that's supposed to take longer than the... Yeah, it's the one standard, aka the replacement heater block that they gave us, because the other one fried itself and started leaking out the top end. When these print, they print great. I'm not even gonna lie. When it prints great. But the problem is it needs a lot of maintenance. The belt's broke. The heater block has actually, like I said, the heat sink to the heater block sprung a leak. I don't know if you can hear that or not, but that's the motor away, or the fan motor. We're at 245. Any minute now. 248. There it goes. Come on. You know you want to go in. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? I forgot to push you all the way in, didn't I? I did. That's my fault. My fault! There we go. There we go. Alright, so we got filament in. Filament going in. Chair's in the way. There should be a wife here. Challenge people. While that's going, what did I miss? Dang it, I missed 3D pins and everybody. Sorry guys, I got distracted. Ooh, yeah, got the gray. Impossible. Like the printer, it's impossible to fix. It needs fixing. It's great. I mean. We're loaded. Yes, finished. Everything's good. Why is it still? Nope, we're gonna do some more. I don't want to. There we go. Extrude some more for me because that's still a little bit of green left from before, and the green was a pet G. Oh, baby, there you go. That's more like it. Oh, you're not done. Come on. I like your warm embrace. Come on. We got a print to do. So one thing with this printer as well is I don't do the test G codes on these. Every time I do a test G code on here, it throws off the Z offset. I don't know why. I don't know what it is. No matter what they've done with the firmware, I don't even risk running a test print from off of their off the board here. Finished. So we're gonna slice a real one, like a real benchy, like normal people do. And this is the KOBRA 3. Yes, it is. We're going to do this at a 0.24 millimeter walls. We're gonna, you know what? Let's do this. Let's just go straight in and do a VFA test. What the heck with it? We're gonna do a VFA test. Nope, I don't want to save the old one. Bam, bam, bam. We're going to slice that. Ta-da! I left the gig stick over there. Dang it. Alright, let me go get the gig stick. Let me go get the gig stick. Oh! I'm old and fat. Leave me alone. Old, it's called a gig stick. In fact, I'm gonna make noises when I move. That's what it is. And there we go. We have our magic gig stick. Alright. So let's see what I have on the gig stick because I have everything hooked up. You know what? We're gonna lose this camera. We're just gonna lose this camera. Maybe it comes back, maybe it doesn't. We'll see. But bye, camera. I need that space. Come on. That's not helping. There we go. You guys almost let me run this thing without putting the rest of the screws in too. That's not good. Why are you not going in? What, bud? No. No. Hold on, Daddy forgot to put a screw in. That would have been very bad. No. Sit down. Sit down. You can come over here in your chair. Come over here in your chair. No, not on the table. Come here in your chair. Come over here. I told you not on the table. Get down on the chair. Tertial. You know. Boy. Oh, where's mine? Missing quite a few pieces, aren't I? Herschel. Not right now, man. Not right now because it's hot. I told you when things get hot, you got no-nos. No, Hirsch. With the magnet. Get in there. It's been so long since I've done this one. I feel out of touch. Yeah, that's normally how it works. You start on one thing, and then it's another thing, and another thing. When you forget to do the simple stuff, that's not... Hirsch, I'm not even going to fight you. If you get yourself burned, it's your fault now, bud. And I'm going to be very mad at you. And I don't want nothing bad to happen to the hurts. Go sit down. Herschel. No plastic. Here. You want it? Want it? There. Go over there. It's over here. It's with... Look, it's belts. Ooh, belts. Go ahead, go get the belts. First, you gotta make a pick, man. It's either the belts or Daddy, one or the other. Make a decision, man. Come on. There you go. I knew I'd find it. Yay! And one last screw. It does, actually. As long as you have some nanopolymer right on top of that cat hair, you'll be perfectly fine. Nothing will happen. So that's on. And the one last screw goes in the top back there. And then we're all done. There we go. Alright, now we're legit. Now everything's all screwed back in. And we've got the matte color. We get a nice little boop boop. Got that loaded up. Now we can transfer this over. Yes. I wish to send the file, export the G code. Yes. How do you not recognize my drive? Reset drive. There we go. Hold on. Review stick, yes. Let me just reset this real quick. Cool. Alright, now we're good. Exporting. Alright, cool. We can export that. That works. Maybe the camera come back up. I doubt it though. But yeah, old school because I do not trust it any cubic slicer. So I always go with the gig stick, memory card, whatever you want to call them, USB, drive. Everybody has a different name for them. But that should be good. We should have do leveling on that one. And input shaper, just because we're on the table. I'm just going to give it at least a fair chance. We're on a table. It's going to rattle. So let's put some input shaper on it. Wait, where am I at? Or is that a mess with that other pretty behind you? Oh yeah, he normally sleeps up back here. He'll come back here and knock off the LEDs. Or LED has like a little short in it somewhere over there. So when he sits on it, it'll like that. So the lights will go in and out from time to time. Then you go, oh, Herschel's underneath there. Oh, okay. Well, we let that heat up. What do we got? Ace is disconnected. Yeah, I know the ace is disconnected. I didn't ask for the... Are you kidding me? I don't... there's no... Yeah, there's no ace. We all know there's no ace. Right. Oh, man. This is insane. No, there's no ace. We know that. It's from a holder. Yes, I said that. I extruded it. So let's print the file. That's all you got to do for me. Just print the file. Okay, so I'm assuming it's because I'm assuming because I have it set up with the ace in the slice there, but that really should make a difference. Let's take all of these filaments away and make it just one filament. I'll slice it that way. I'm losing that camera. Sorry guys, I just the opportunity to see this thing actually print. There it is. Save it to that drive. Save. Okay. Let's try this again. Come on, you dog thing. Wow, that really was it. Yeah. So apparently if you leave it with 4 colors in there, but yet you don't hook up the system and you're only using 1 color, it won't let you do that. That's very interesting. Dang it! Did I do what I think I did? Yeah. Oh well, we're moving you anyway. Hold on. See if I can fix that. Oh, I think I crisscrossed my wires. Crisscrossed my wires! We'll make it work. It's only for this one print, so I'm gonna kick its butt. It's not doing resonance compensation yet. Still good. It's still heating up. So I can touch it all day. Where's my clip? No, not yet. Not yet. Let me get the load. Let me get the top. There it goes. Let me use the other chair. Sitting in Herschel's chair. And I didn't touch the bed with my grubby hand, so we're still good. I think we're still good. Oh. You can make any printer faster. It's money. Money, time, and energy. Come on, baby. Come on, baby, print for... Oh, what was that? No. 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 Uh, I don't think so. I think fingerprints beat cat hair. I'm gonna have to deny that one on you. I think the oils on the fingerprints definitely beat out the cat hair. Cat hair, the fan blows it away. As long as you don't have anything on the bed already, like glue or hairspray, then cat hair shouldn't come into play. I never trust this thing's auto level. I never do. This did recently have a update, firmware update that was supposed to fix some stuff, but again, the belt snapped on its first print after the firmware update. So no, you and your lots of glue. How much are you spending on glue compared to your electric bill that you're trying to save? That's the question. Are you spending $40 on glue every month? And could you save that by spending $30 in electricity on heated bed? Cost comparison. You gotta make that decision. Yeah, you gotta update it. There's a new firmware on there. And yes, this is a very biased test because this is on a plastic table. But we're just trying to see it. I'm worried about the belt at this point. I could care less about the VFAs. That I just want to make sure this belt is tension tight enough. Oh man, that's upsetting. I don't know. I trust the bamboos. Yeah, I definitely trust the bamboos bed leveling to a point. Not with like the off-size nozzle. So like the .8s, it sometimes sits a little bit too high to compensate for that extra distance or for that extra height that those put out. Yeah, they could have left it where it was. It'd be fine. Um, there you go. There you go. You can do this. I have faith in you. You're the little cobra that could. Oh no, that's your sister. Ugh. I love my nanopolymer. Love it. It's the best stuff out there that I think, in my opinion, it doesn't activate till you're over 55, 60C. So it just kind of coats the bed. Sadly, I'm almost out of my bottle now. I'm gonna have to buy another one. It's pricey, but it works. There you go, solar panel. So let the shaking begin. Good old vibration compensation. Yeah, not on the A1. I've never used the .8 on the A1s. Used it on the P1Ss. Only bad thing is the P1S, the filament jammed on it. It's a fully my fault. I cannot blame Bamboo for it. But the extruder or the filament detection system is messed up on that one. On Red Girl. I'm gonna let you shake there. But yeah, the filament detection system is messed up on Red Girl. Purple Girl is perfectly fine, running a .8 on that. But Red Girl, we have a .4 on that. And I may have accidentally closed all of the doors and ran PLA in there and forgot it was PLA. And it was a long print, so it jammed up and got all tangled up in the extruder. And we had heat creep and everything. So when I went to clean it out, I was using a no clogger, and I remember hitting it like, a little bit extra oomph. And I'm like, something just went click. And And when I put it back in, it's now saying that there's filament stuck in the filament path, and there is no filament in the filament path. Everything is completely clear. You can run filament straight through it. The gears are clear. So I contacted Bamboo, and they said you probably have a bad filament sensor. What is your serial number? Gave them the serial number. You're out of warranty. I'm like, I know, it was one of the long time ago. We're way out of warranty. Just save it for yourself. But the good thing is, it's only like $11. It's like $11, $12 for the part. But then, you know, you have to order a minimum of $50, or else you have to pay shipping through Bamboo. Yeah, the CR10 can use the sprites. We love our sprite extruders. I don't know why people don't like the sprite. They're not into Creality printers. They always sleep on the sprite. That was a great extruder. I mean, heck, the SE and the KE are technically running a variant of the sprite. So, same system. Dollar store glue, is that it? The cheap ones? Yeah, I can't do it. I gotta have some heat on my... I like my heated beds. I can't do it. Yeah, any little bit of solar power. Yeah. Yeah, it's got that whole setup where you screw everything into it. Matter of fact, I think I got one sitting right here. I do have one sitting right here. Technically I have one sitting here. This is a sprite, but again, like you said, it's modular. And yeah, I may have changed out the one end on it, but that's okay. This one's not going anywhere right now. Yeah, they were great system. I have them on, what, 5 printers? So yeah, it's a good one. I like it. If they had an option, you know, I could cheat on the KOBRA Max and just do a drop-in sprite, but that's not what we're going for. Yeah, they come in really handy, Vince. I love having one on hand in case I need one. I think 2 of these are pros, and one of them's a standard. Because when I first got into modding, it was like, yeah, you want the Sprite Pro kit. So I got 2 Sprite Pro kits for sure. Come on, print. You can do this, KOBRA 3. I have some faith in you. Well, that much faith in you. We'll see. Ooh. Come on, heat up. And this is where I think the ceramic hot end is really going to pay off on this one. So if you're coming in late, yeah, the plan is to throw on this ceramic hot end after we get the last test print done on this with the full heater block setup that it has now. Before the heat, before the... It's... Where are we at? Oh, there we go. Maiden voyage of the new belt, which I tensioned it by hand with no real effort. Oh, I like that purge line. That's a nice purge line. A little high to my liking, but... It'll stick. Yeah, it'll stick. We'll see. We'll see. Yeah. The Sprite SE is just the motors itself. But no, there's 2 sets. There's the Sprite SE, then the Sprite Pro. And the Sprite SE, I think I have one sitting somewhere because I got it for dirt cheap. Yeah, think no, actually, I gave him to. No, I gave him to Dan. I gave him to Dan. Um, Maker My Nexus. Yeah, because I wasn't gonna use them. They were just extra sitting around, so I gave it to him. Ooh, battery idea. I'm interested in everything. Want to see how this plays out. I have faith in it. Maybe faith will get bigger. We'll see. Yeah, it's a violent machine. It really is. I think I can turn that camera back on. Let me see if I can turn it back on so it can rig itself. You don't want to shake you guys to death, so it's cool. It's a violent machine. And not in a good way either. The wrong me. I don't want to see me. No, it doesn't want to bring that one back up. Oh, there it is. They came back up. Alright. Oh, yes, that's I can do that. I can do that, but again, my profiles are crap because I know they don't work right now. But if you want to see them, I'll be more than happy to show you mine. I'll show you mine if you show me. No, not on. Oh, yeah. No, I don't want to prepare a file for it. I want the profile. You want my printer config, or do you want my profiles I have set up for? God, what do I have lots set up for different ones? I have profiles for ABS, PC, PETG, PLA, and CPU. And if you're looking for, wait a minute, where's my regular? That's for my filaments. Then for the machine itself, that was still too much of those. Make sure these are not different ones. Do that for once. Let's see. Oh, that's printing. I don't have any. I have no excuse not to compare all of these right now while that's printing. This matches on this one. match. Why don't they match? Oh, no, you don't want those. That's the one that almost broke the printer. That speeds were ridiculous on that one, and that did not work out that well at all. And it's like skipping steps. Don't believe him. Cherry's match. Alright, violence. Yeah, that's not fair. Right? I will work on that one. You know what? We're gonna do that. Oh. Sorry, what I missed? I was trying to look at these profiles. Sorry. Here. Here I okay. Okay, so you need pet feed. What is the top of it? Mark, that's awesome. So far, no mercy. It's if you're just coming in, it's bad news, but um, yeah, we'll see. There's issues that I just figured out with the belt. The belt broke on the printer. We needed to get this thing back up and running to finish up a review aspect between the standards hot end versus the new upgraded ceramic hot end, and the differences between the two of them. There was only one print left to do on this one before we switched over to this one and did basically do the same prints. But in the act of switching out the belt just now, come to realize any cubic, the way they set up the screws in the back here to brace your your motion system through the actual extrusion. If you look on Discord, there is a picture of where the screws are up close here, but they're all the way through here wherever there's a screw in the back. So the belt is just constantly riding over them. And somebody might go, oh, it's only on one side. Hey, look underneath, it's on the bottom side as well. So it was not very good, and it kind of sunk. JPP kind of pointed out, well, I couldn't figure out why I wasn't getting a lot of artifacting. Like, I was getting a lot of artifacting along the x-axis, and we have been playing with the tension on the belt to see if we could get it out, but it never seemed to go away. But now it makes more sense if it's running across that screw. Well, technically, we only like to run this thing around 330, but when I look at the settings, this thing's running about, what's it, 480? I think it was on infill. 480 on the infill. I think is what the Orca Slicer setting up is up for this one. But it prints. When it prints, it's just a lot of small issues with this printer. That's the problem with it. It's not like an overall failure. It's just this piece, then this piece, then this piece. It's just a lot like an older Reality. Love you guys. Nothing crazy. It's an effects plate. You still didn't get back to me on what the bed size was that you wanted that one for. Because you're supposed to tell me whether you wanted it for the mini. You should definitely want it for the mini. Yeah, you should get it for the mini. Those plates, they're just so much smaller. Oh, well. So we're doing a VFA test just to see. Again, it's not to brag, but yeah, I can tune in a belt with the best of them. But we'll see. Let's see if that really matters in this case. This is a violent machine. Set up to 257, which is a bamboo, which technically 256.1, whatever the heck it is, but yeah, 257. No, it's smaller. I was saying smaller, JPP. It's smaller. Like a light bill would be smaller. Like rolls of film would be smaller. That's all I'm saying. And it's a brand, not really new, it's a replacement printer for him. So I'm sure he would enjoy it. A new addition to the replacement printer. Print for me. I mean, at slow speeds, it's looking good. It really does look good at the slower speeds. It's when it starts to pick up the pace. That's the problem. If this is successful, I guess we'll pull the 5S1 out, since we haven't seen that in a minute. Put the dust. Oh wait, no, there's a cover on it. There is a cover on the 5S1. I printed like 5 of them at the festival too. That helicopter was cool. We were sitting right at the festival, and we were using it on the mini to show off how the print prints. And it was a mini. Oh no, it was actually the A. No, it wasn't the mini. Thinking about the mini. I can't remember which one we brought. I have to look back on the camera. No, it was the A1. Whichever one it was. But we were printing the actual helicopters, and to kind of show people what you're capable of doing, rather than just printing benchies like a lot of other people were doing. And then when a kid would come up and we just kind of flick it like this. Hey, look at this, isn't this cool? It's cool, look, yeah. They'd be like, oh, I'm like, here you go. So, yeah, I like the model. It's a cool model. They should tell me about that one. Yeah, that's it gets the kids interested, and then people go, "You can do that? You just take it off the bed like that? Take it off the bed, spin it, and there you go. There's your airplane or your helicopter." That would be fun. That would be good. You should tell Nomad, like, Nomad, you need to print this one, and then everybody will look at you like he needs to. Yeah, that would be a great print. Instead of the upside down boat, it's the right side up helicopter. Oh, come on. Come on. You can do faster than this. I know you can. Oh? Not yet. We'll see. It's just a little interesting. Yeah, these pencilless bowls are really cool. Now, see, I would like to. The problem with that, the I want that helicopter huge, but how are you gonna do it with the bridging? That's the question, because that's the only issue. Yes, I've already tried telling Nomad we need one too. He says we have to talk to Jason. So I'm not one of those to go, Jason. I like nudging Nomad. Nomad, I need a positron. Nomad, trust me, I can show you your positron. I would love the positron. But we may just break down and get one. We'll probably break down and get one because that's Terry's dream also to build her own little positron. And I think that'd be a funny stream. That'd be a funny little one for her to do. A little series. Let her pick the print color. She'd already said she wanted it pink. Have her do it with her. She could do it with her Flash Forge 5M. It's enclosed, so she could do the ABS prints on that, and then everything would be hers, and she can say that I had nothing to do with it, and she can do her girls' power thing. I tried the pin challenge. I think I broke my printer. To be honest with you, we tried the pin challenge on the KE. All I did was download the file and tried printing the G code off of there. It didn't go too well, so I think I need to try it again. I didn't do it after the one time. That cocoa press. Oh. If you try the chocolate from it, it's good. It's decent chocolate, but you can use your own special chocolate as long as it has the palm oil in it too, or palm salt. I forget how it was, but yeah, we were talking with Ellie, the I think vice president or president founder. I forget which one she is, but yeah, she was explaining all about that. Really? I gotta check that one out, Melissa. I gotta check that out. The pin challenge. I may revisit it just to see. Pin challenge. A PPSCF? Wow. Really? Everybody's done it. I feel like I'm left out. How's everybody done the pin challenge? And I tried it once. It just got scared and ran away. I guess I wasn't I wasn't strong enough. No. Oh, custom logo course. Yeah. Oh. Oh, that would be ingenious. It does use palm oil as well, because you can use the palm oils for that with the chalk. Oh, yes. Valid point. I'm now seeing the logic. I think we need to have a discussion, me and Terry. We're going to have a discussion about that now. Now that you put it that way. Huh. Huh. Mind is racing. Mark, you have a Cobra Max or a Cobra Max 2? Oh, I found a couple different ways. Um, Streamlabs, StreamYards, whichever one we're on. There's a platform as well where we can have different content creators, and we're gonna do one of those as well. Terry, obviously, Terry wants Terry, Melissa, Gila, and everybody else that's girl power. Uh, gonna do the things. Let me check it. For this one? Yeah, no, that's fine. We can do that. We can do that. For that guy makes, yeah, I can do that. That's fine. That works. That works. And I can't even get my fingers in there. Where am I? Ooh, ooh. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, I'll send it out. That works. That works for me. Oh, thanks, JPP. I appreciate it. Yeah, I'm still me in Discord, and that guy Megs, who's supposed to be, he's got his own, so I let him do his own thing. So he said, "Yeah, let me help you." He's helped a lot, so I appreciate it, everybody. My Discord still looks like an old man set up a Discord and had no idea what he's doing. I wonder why. I'll be honest, my belt skills are good. Still got lines through it. Yeah, this thing is still. I'm gonna let it finish. Let it finish, see what it does. If it's crap, it's crap. It is what it is. I'm not even gonna bother. Not gonna bother getting upset that this cheap printer that again, I did not want this printer. That's the other part about this. I didn't want this printer. I swore off of Anycubic. And it was, why did everybody see? Yeah, I get it. It's supposed to be a good printer. I wish this thing really was. It's just. God. I don't want to get on Nathan's bad side and say that I like my bamboos a lot. I'm not fanboying. I'm just saying, bamboos have been doing great. I like my crealities that I know that I can mod and make them awesome. But this is still close sourced. Oh, God. I don't know. I don't know. Just trying to think of what I can do with this thing. Oh yeah. I can't hide them from her anymore because now she's. Last year when Terry was looking at printers, it was like I don't know which one's which. So I've gotten to a point now where I can ask her which printer is which, and she can point out which one's which now, pretty well. Um, but now there's no way sneaking a printer past her because she knows what they all look like. She knows how they all operate. So before, yeah, she's like, I don't know what that is. I don't know what it is. This one, she's like, that's not a new printer, is it? So trying to get a Voron in here, that didn't go too well. But that's not a normal printer. That's not one you normally buy. Why is it in all these boxes? So it'll only be there for a minute. Never see it. Yeah, I'm the same way. I'm a moderate heart. If you start on their ender, you end up being that way. If you start with a Creality, you start with like an older Anycubic, older Anycubic. Where you still had Marlin firmware if you could build your own Marlin firmware, you're good. But these things, they promised us third quarter of 2024 we would have open source on this, and it's still not open source. So I got excited when I saw the new firmware update. I'm like, ooh, maybe it's open source, and no, it's still closed source, proprietary. And the bad thing is, pretty soon they're going to probably come out with the KOBRA 3 Plus, KOBRA 3 Max, and it's still going to be closed source. I like changing my printers up. I like to be able to do that. Bamboo, I get it. Don't touch it. Leave it. It's a microwave. It's a refrigerator. You don't toy with that stuff unless you really. Well, even then, you still can toy with it. These, just don't touch them. Leave them alone. Leave them alone. It's picking up speed now. See, but you ladies, you guys pretend you don't see things also, and then use it later like, I didn't know anything. Like, yeah, you did. I knew this, I knew that. Like, God, wait, what are you talking about? Yep, I just didn't say anything. Yeah. We'll see how. You got first up Flash Forge doing their multicolor. Cheaty was supposed to get on it last year, so who knows? But with the new Flash Forge, I think they may actually. With the 5M being the shock that it was to me and being as good as it was, or still is, I can't really see how they could mess up a color change system like this, especially where it's got the 4 heads and the four buffer tubes. I really can't see them messing it up. Yeah, you see? Oh no. Yeah, I bet. You know when we've been sleeping. You're like Santa Claus. You know when you've been good or bad. So be good for goodness sakes. No. No, I'm just very. Again, that agitates me with that. And then the most irritating is come to find out Liam, if he's still in chat, Liam's already got his FL Sun T1 Pro, and we ordered it the same day. And we don't live but a couple states apart. So, where is my printer? FL Sun, where's my printer? Ugh. Yeah, they definitely know where you sleep. Sleep gently tonight. Never be quiet. uh, just checking to see if by some odd reason I've missed my, hey, your package is on its way. Nope. Order has still just been placed. Free shipping, obviously. Your order is still en route, but no information at this time. Oh, look, they're now selling the Pro for $5.99 now. It's no longer lowballing it. I think I see what's happening. Hmm. Hmm. So the Bamboo X1C with 2 AMS because of the Christmas deal 5 and X1. Yeah. Really? Really? How'd that work for the P1S? I'm good with that. But for the X1C? But do you have a P1S? See, that's the thing. I like to know how many people have all 4 of them. No, technically it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them. There's 6 Bamboo printers, technically. If you want to get tech. So you still have 7. No. There are 7. There's 7 printers. There's 7 Bamboos that are out there in the wild. Not all of them are for sale anymore, but there are actually 7 printers. There's the A1 Mini, the A1, the P1P, the P1S, the X1C, the X1, and the X1E. So, yeah, there's quite a few Bamboo printers out there that people don't even realize. For big businesses. I'm not spending $2,500 on an X1E. Ain't happening. I'll go ahead and love my P1Ss that were formerly P1Ps. Yeah, see the P1S, all you can do, it's not exactly the same as the touch screen, but you can always just get a Bamboo Pen to touch. I mean, you already got the X1C, so it doesn't make sense at this point. But yeah, anybody who doesn't, you just get a P1S and put the screen on there. It's an aftermarket screen from Big Tree Tech. Works 95% of the same functions as the screen on the X1C or X1. But the X1 doesn't have the carbon rods, and the X1C has the carbon rods. So, it happens. Okay, for the S. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. JPP, that makes sense for the Ender 5s. So, yeah, I tell everybody if you want the bells and whistles and you can afford it, get the X1C. If you really don't need to have tiny bit of extra stuff like that, get a P1S. Then if you can't afford either one of those, get an A1 Mini. If you just want to print. If you want to learn about the hobby, then there's tons of other printers for that. I hate to say it, I do like this new Solval, which, again, I agree with everybody, should be the SVO7, but it's the SVO6 Ace. It's a modern setup to be able to be modular, set things on it. I like that idea. X1 or X plus 3 or P1P. Oh man, that's tough. Because you got the heated chamber, and you got the bigger build volume, but you don't have the reliability, and you got the enclosure. If we're talking the same price, Uh, I I'd have to go the X plus 3 if we're talking the same price. In the real world, those two are not the same price. So, see, that's the thing. Ah, P1Ps are decent. I love the P1. I mean, heck, our first one was the P1P. That was the Core XY. Uh, for beginner, I'd actually go Flash Forge 5M. Sorry. Out of those two, I'm just gonna dump those two and just go Flash Forge 5M for a beginner. It is open source. You just have to know what you're doing. But yeah, I'd go with a Flash Forge 5M as the first printer for like a Core XY for a newbie. It's still gonna give them decent print quality. Yeah, no, then they're gonna have to know some. Wait, I'm thinking for a newbie. There's too many different types of newbies now. I just realized that. It's just ah, it all depends on what the person needs, what their ultimate goal with the printer is. If they're just there to learn on it, there's dozens of printers for that. If they're there to make something, I have to make product. I have this design idea that everything has to be perfect. I don't want to learn about 3D printing. I just want the capacity to print out a part that I need for something bigger. I go with a bamboo. It's different types of makers. You know, there's modders, there's hybrids, and then there's people who just I need a prototype and I need a machine that prints it now. So yeah, P1P for sure. Out of the two of those, I have to say it's gonna be getting them into it. It gives them a good ecosystem to line up with. Over the cheaty, what is it? A cheaty slicer, cheaty thing. I wasn't a fan of. But yeah, bamboo slicer also give me the opportunity to get into orca slicer for a newbie. Yeah. Yeah, color printing, that's the problem with color printing. Everybody doesn't realize the waste until they see a tool changer. The minute somebody sees a tool changer versus a standard single nozzle color change, it's like night and day. The colors are crisper, cleaner, obviously, because they're coming out of a different nozzle, and you don't have to sit there and keep bleeding or have the color bleed and purging out all this excess waste. But tool changes are not easy. Yeah, most people don't realize the new bamboo was going to be a 510, but they're struggling with it. Everybody knows it is not an easy task to do a tool changer. So that's what the delay is with bamboo. It's a tool changer, and they just can't get it to work correctly. And they're not going to be another company that just releases something that's flawed because they've kind of been consistent with what they put out. Um, that's my take on it personally. But we'll see. Color changes. Once color change was possible at a lower cost, you're seeing all these other different manufacturers come out with it. The Flash Forge, the Anycubic. It's a race to the bottom again, and I don't want it to be that. I want it to be more about the finished print. So a lot of us out there are willing to spend the extra 20, 50, $100 that it takes to get the better print. We shouldn't be putting out crap products where we, the beta tester, as I now call us, it's pretty much the entire consumer market now with 3D printers. You just kind of, they throw the printer out there for you, and you got to figure it out. Figure it out. It worked. It almost worked. I'm not a fan of that. Hey, that A1 bed, that took forever. That took forever and that was a precautionary thing. They did the research on it, and it was 0.01% of the owners of the A1 that had actual effect on. It did not affect mine, technically. I still have the heated bed, the original one. I'm not going to get rid of it. It's one where, hey, maybe down the road, if I come across another old A1, I'll see if it actually does have that issue. But I was not affected by it in any way, shape, or form. It didn't affect me. But I get why Bamboo came to the rescue with the A1 bed, because they didn't want their image tarnished. They got ahead of it. They offered the exchange. You don't want to wait for the beds? Exchange it out, here's some extra money. But it was an ingenious marketing ploy of them to make sure that you come back to them to spend that money. It wasn't just here's your money back. Here's some more money so that when you're ready for another printer, hey, look, we got this mini over here, which is how they got me. It's good marketing. It really is. Yep. Yeah, yeah. And that's what I think it is. It's like the older generations, the ones where I'd say probably the 30 to 35 and older crowd that's into 3D printing kind of wants to uh, learn more about it um, and kind of get into it, but they kind of see they see these younger kids coming out and going, "Look, I did this, I did this, I did this," and it's kind of just running off of bamboo. It's and one of the bad things that I think that people kind of miss out is the bamboo market. A lot of their consumers don't know anything about 3D printing, and they're not really there to learn it. They're there for a product, and that's what bamboo delivers on. So when us modders and hybrids like to touch on them, we need help getting in there in their closed source. That's the issue. So, hey, Papa Way, what's going on? Uh, Decapitating my reindeer. Why did you do? I'm down. Exactly. The more I agree with Melissa on that. The more you learn about each part and how it makes it better, it makes it. Oh, if I change this, this makes this better. This makes this better. You know, like the standard heater blocks. A lot of people are switching to ceramic. So bamboos are ceramic. You got the Flash Forge is ceramic. You got the Cheaties are ceramic. This is an old heater block style. So again, they're kind of cutting corners to get a race to the bottom. A printer that can do multicolor cheap, and that's you gotta cut parts here and there. How a how to why a Core XZ upgrade is better than the standard Cartesian V wells. Best way to think of it is the rods in the back. The rods in the back can introduce Z wobble and more artifacting in your print. The belts, when tensioned correctly, offer a smoother line of travel with less friction because you're only going off the pulleys rather than all of the tension in the actual screws itself that you have to deal with any slop in here in the backside. Um, Over the Core XZs, which is basically a Core XY turn like that. That's cool. Oh, I need to stretch more. That hurt a lot. Oh, let's not do that again. Arthritis is up. Oh, that's bad. Yeah. But it allows more free flowing, is a better way of saying it. We are putting a BFA test. We just changed out the belt on there, so and we found out that the belt runs along screws, the threads of the screws on the inside of the back of the extrusion here. So it's gonna leave some artifacts. It's been leaving artifacts. That's what I've kind of deduced off of some other thoughts as well from JPP on how maybe there's an issue with that, and that could be why I'm seeing all these little lines that I just can't seem to tune out, which would make perfect sense. But it's almost done now. It's only got 12 minutes left. Let me take a look and see. But again, this is something I'm definitely going to report to Anycubic. Anycubic don't care about me, and I'm glad because it's. I just believe that if I can put out the message and then they can do whatever they want with it, that's up to them. Kind of like if Q1, the plus 4. You know, they're going to put out a public statement sooner or later. Or they already did, sorry, but that kind of thing. I agree. It needs probably the brass bushing around it, around the an insert inside probably to prevent that, but I don't know. So that guy makes you're also getting artifacting, I'm assuming, at the higher speeds, or not higher speeds. Because the exterior, I think the external walls on this were set to 200, and I toned them down to 80, and I was still getting it. And yes, we're doing a VFA test on a shaky table. Because we did vibration compensation, so I think that counts. I would think that at least counts. But yeah, a good example is if you look at some of these higher price machines, X1C is a good example, is you are paying more money for the X1C, but you're getting a better printer with better build quality. The A1 series, no offense, the A1 series is built a little bit cheaper than the P series and the X series, but it's built in a manner where it's going to hold up relatively well in most situations. Would I print farm it? I'm sure people have. I wouldn't print farm an A series. I would definitely print farm, unless you're doing small trinkets, little individual things like this that you're not running on a constant basis. Sure. Um, but the P series, the X series, yeah, those you can run as a print farm. And same thing with the K1s. You can run them as a print farm. Just keep running and running and running and just run them, run them, replace. Hey, Penny. We'll see. We'll see. It doesn't look too good, but we'll see. Yeah, it's not great at all. I figure that. It's gonna be. So that's one that's gonna have to be. I don't know. Somebody. I guess it's got to be me. I'll look and see if there's any other articles or anything out on there. Maybe add to it. If not, then I'll have to put it out there because that's something that people need to know about, especially if your belt lasts. I mean, you're sitting there struggling with it. Then you're sending it back as a return, as the machine. I can't get that problem fixed. Well, there's the problem. Or has Anycubic fixed it in newer models and they figured out that that's a problem? This one is still one of the beginner ones. Most of ours that we get are within like a month of the first time they release. And so we are the consumer. We're just like everybody else. It's not like we're getting pre-order. Well, we are getting pre-orders, but we're not getting the pre-releases or the streamer editions. We're getting what everybody else gets. So that's why we are able to be more honest and upfront with, I don't like this. Still don't like Anycubics. My thought was that last year. My thought is still that this year. It's not that it's a bad machine. It has capability. It's just not. It's not there. It's not there. That's all. Anycubic at this point. The Anycubic KOBRA. All of the KOBRA line was pretty much just. I mean, we stopped. We had the KOBRA Max. A lot of issues with that one, but it was tune it. It's a big boy. You're always going to tune big boy printers. That's just the nature of the beast. They're big, they flex, they're not as stable as these smaller printers. But that one gave us headaches. It's like, man. And at the same time, there was a deal on the KOBRA 2, and I was printer happy. So yeah, we'll get the KOBRA 2, get it on as soon as it launches. And that one's just been a nightmare to have. I've got it semi-printing now, so it's like, yeah, I still wouldn't recommend it. But just what we took to get to that point was like, no. But yeah, the KOBRA 3, it's not a budget printer. It is a mid-range, but it's on the lower end of the mid-range. So, I mean, yeah, if somebody wants the headache of playing with it, and it not being as easy as a simple plug and play, they're going to find out real quick this is not the printer for them. And then when they find out that they can't get in there and play with the configuration files later, it's like, oh no, I'm really not happy. So this is a beginner printer. It gets them into the hobby. It gets them learning some stuff. Yeah, 30 subs. We'll be. So I'm not rushing it in any way to get to 10,000. My goal wasn't to get to 10,000 this early, so I'm way ahead of schedule. We said within 2 to 5 years. It will be way before 2 years. So it's before my wildest expectations, so I appreciate that aspect. But at the same time, there's a lot more responsibilities that open up when you kind of go into that. It's like, oh, you got to know just things I put on myself. There's goals. So if you put yourself in goal levels, you can move yourself forward. And I thought this would just be a little fun hobby, but I've gotten more into it than I ever thought it would be because I can see the potential of where 3D printing is going in the long run. But yeah, it's not a market to sleep on at this point because any of you know, Walmart used 3D printing to actually build its housing area for the holiday season a couple months ago. So for what was it, for store pickup and holiday package wrapping, stuff like that. But they were able to use 3D printing, obviously with concrete, but the technology of 3D printing um, to actually put that out within a couple weeks. So it's not to be slept on. As it gets more and more mainstream, more and more things are going to come to this side of the world. Metal printing obviously is a thing now. Um, we're now printing body parts. It's a lot going on in 3D printing. It's still quiet unless you're in it. If you're outside of the 3D printing world, you're kind of just like, what are these nerds doing? It's plastic. Oh, that's a waste. I don't know what you're doing. So they don't see the potential in it, and that's fine. They're not everybody can see what's in front of them. Um, but a lot of us can. That's why a lot of us love this hobby. It's passion. It's a passion. Almost done. I'll show you what I mean by the lines in the print. I can still see them. I can still see them. All right, what's the mod? I'm listening, TGM. You tell me. I'm down with it. I'm down with us coming up with an idea to fix this because I want to love this printer. I really do want to. I just don't. I just don't. See, 3D printing for artificial rope. It just the potential is just that's the part I don't think people quite grasp about 3D printing is somebody else, one person's stupid, as they say, is somebody else's novel idea that will change the future. But people don't see it that way. They're, oh, that's articulating dragons. Or, oh, why are you printing dumb boats? Or why are you printing busts and this and that? That's a stepping stone. These are all little steps of the small potential of the bigger picture. So the more people go into it, the deeper dive that they take into 3D printing, the more they can see the potential. But it just takes time to see that potential. And it's not just there's a learning curve. And some people aren't willing to take that learning curve. Bamboo's trying to take that learning curve out. I get it. I get it. But that learning curve also helps us move it forward rather than everybody just goes, why doesn't my microwave work? Well, if you knew how to use your microwave, why the microwave does what it does, why the heat in your chicken or your heat in your food is from the steam gases of whatever. If you know the deep dive into it, you can get more out of it. And that's the same thing with 3D printing rather than I can click print. Okay, that's great. Can you figure out why your lines are here? Can you figure out why you're over extruding, under extruding? So Bamboo is like, we fixed it, we finished that, that's great. What happens when Bamboo doesn't exist? What happens when you're the person who has to fix your 3D printer like we've been doing? It's not as easy as you think. Because this was supposed to be the next thing just like them. It's not that simple. Yeah, thin slab rubber over the exposed under the belt pads, or perhaps a broken old belt or something. Yeah, it's an idea. And unfortunately, since I was thinking, oh, just change the extrusion. It ain't that easy. Because then I got to change the belt pad, and I also have the insets for the metal rail. So yeah, the inside. That's. I'm gonna have to do some deep thought on that one. Almost done, and those lines are still. Yeah, that's ew. Ew. And what bothers me is I got in this more of the reason why I got into doing this with the YouTube and everything was because I got a printer after watching a couple YouTube videos and people just kind of, oh yeah, this is this, the best is this, the best is that. And it's like, I watched like 2 or 3 videos and I'm like, okay, so the best printer to get is the Ender 3. That's the best printer to get. And I got an Ender 3. And somebody said, no, you don't want the Ender 3, you want the Ender 3 Neo. I said, oh, okay, cool. So I went on sale and I said, all right, let me get that instead. And that's what I got. And when I got the Ender 3 Neo, I unboxed it and it was nothing like what the presenters that were presenting on YouTube said the Ender 3 Neo would be. It was the Ender 3 Neo V2. So it was a lot of not too clear explanation about 3D printing and this printer, that printer. And it's like somebody got a hold of one and they're like, here, look at this, look at this. Instead of here's a deeper dive into it. So we got into it to say, what is this printer going to do long term? Does it suck out of the box? Okay, it sucked out of the box. It doesn't mean I'm sending it back. It means I'm going to work on this to make it better because that's my modder spirit. So once I've made it better, is it still worthy of, should I toss this in the trash? Or do I continue to mod on it and make it better? So that's like a lot of the Crealities. Some people had issues with Crealities. They're horrible. They suck. I couldn't do that. You mod it. You make it better. You make it your own. Voron. Voron is just an extension in my mind. It's the adult. All right, the heck with the other baby boards and all that. We're going SSRs. We're going Pies. We're going ludicrous mode with it. That's when you get into like a platform of a Voron. But this thing here, I'm just letting it bed cool. Also, it pops off easier. These are not my friends. These are Anycubic is not. They have a lot of things going for them, but they're just not done the right way. That's the problem that I have with these machines. They could be great, and it's like they're cutting corners. I know they're a business and all that, but that's not the spirit that I like. All right, so this is the purge. It's a nice, beautiful purge that came off, and it did come off nicely. Oh, yep, it's on there. It's on nice and tight. And I'm sure you can barely see if I get it. See the lines. You know what? I got a light. I do have a light. Oh, yeah, it's back on. Good. Let's get it under a light here. It's hard to see under here. This is a bad camera to do that on. Where's it at? There we go. No, you can't really see on camera. This is a 720 camera. 720 4K. So, and I'm sure it's not broadcasting at 4K either. But I wish you could see this better. Come on, focus in. Focus in! Don't look at my face. Do this to me. There you go. You can see the lines. That's a better one. I mean, it's not. When you're running a bigger print, it's even more evident than this. But there's there's quite a bit. That's probably the worst of it all right there. Okay. Get it in focus. I'll post one on it. Put it on Discord. You can see it better with a light on it. A lot better. Am I flashing you guys? I'm flashing you. Sorry. Yeah, but this is not acceptable to me. I mean, it's... So at least I know that the next few prints are not going to be pretty. And I'm okay with that at this point. It's knowing that there has to be a resolution to it. But I can't rectify it till after I do the prints in the ceramic hot end. So that it's not unbiased. You did this and you did that. That's my big issue. Is anytime you change anything, it's like you should have done this, you should have done that. So there's gonna be naysayers, but I try to keep it as fair and unbiased as possible. If I do all these prints on this one with the big heater block, I gotta do the exact same prints with the exact same settings, we're using the exact same stick, we're using the exact same filament, we're using all of that. That's why it's on the 4 rolls over there. So that it's accurate. I can't just say, oh, we use this filament, this filament. No, same filament, same everything. Only difference was the hot end. That was it. So I can get real flow rates. I've done the flow rate test. We've done the calibration. Everything. We know what we're at with this. This is tuned in perfectly. I took a while, but it's tuned in the slicer, not in the firmware, obviously. So now, after this, I'll go ahead and print the big print. That sucks. That really sucks, though. That really sucks. All right, JPP, I'll see you later. But yeah, that's upsetting. Very, very upsetting for me. So the goal is going to be finding out a way to get this not to look like crap after these last few prints. So I have some shortcuts we're going to take to make it get done. See you, Melissa. Everybody's got to get running. I know I'm about to end out here in a minute. But yeah, so that's basically just one of these streams. We're going to be doing these randomly. That's in the daytime. I'm still waiting on that T1 Pro. When that T1 Pro gets here, we'll do a full unboxing, clear out some more space so we can actually take a good look at that one. And hopefully we won't have any kind of issues like this one. Even though I'm not very optimistic with so far with the communication with FL Sun. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. That's all I can say is if I don't give them a chance, then I'm giving up on them too early. It's been a month now. Well, actually, it'll be a month in. He corrected me. It'll be a month and 11 days. In 11 days, it'll be a month since I've ordered it for something that was supposed to be delivered within 5 to 10 business days. So, it's... Yeah, now the T1 Pros, it looks like on FL Sun's website, are back up to $599, but you can get the FL Sun T1 T1U, which is something completely... They're very confusing at this point now. It looks like a T1 Pro, but apparently it's running off of the same stuff that the T1 was running off of. Again, I got to do a lot more investigation once that thing gets here so we can go deep dive on that one. But yeah, I bit the bullet on it, and we purchased it. We purchased it on the last day of the sale. So before they shut it all down, and then suddenly came out with the FL Sun T1U. But yeah, that's my goal for the rest of the night tonight. I'm gonna again shut down here in a minute. We're going to put this bad boy back in her space, get it all set up for the long print again, and run that on the hot end. And it is what it is. Um, yeah, not happy, not happy. I'm gonna write a nice little thank you, Anycubic, for this wonderful machine that you've sent me. And see what they can say. I mean, they've been pretty receptive so far in sending parts and replacements on this machine that have been broken. The new bed, the new hot end when it broke, the new, what is that, the control board for the ACE system, all that stuff they gave me back for free. So, yeah, I'm upset. I'm upset. It's just irritating. It's just really irritating because this is supposed to be the contender to the A1. And I'm sitting here trying to justify getting this over an A1 now for anybody. You know, these are things I get asked a lot of questions on. What about this? What about this? And for a while I said, give it some time. Give some time on this KOBRA 3. And I'm just finding out more and more bad things about it. So the more bad I'm finding out about it, the more I'm on that where it's... I'm not happy recommending this printer. And the ACE, I'm not happy recommending that either for the fact that it's just a filament dryer. It really is. It's just a filament dryer at this point. Because most of the times those motors are not having enough torque on them to pull that big old monster amount of filament that is feeding all the way through the back. And you'll get it jammed up. It seems like it's strong at first, but it's just not there. So... well, that's cool. The MS Lite V2. Again, those are things. That's what it's all about. Making new projects like that. The V2 that Canuck's working on. Other people have other mods, but it's you guys put in an effort to try to make a filament or make a system work. Whereas we have brands like this. Again, I only got this printer to give it a chance because again, I was done with Anycubic. I was done with AnchorMake, and AnchorMake just released, if you don't know, the new Power version 3.0 firmware. And I'll be honest with you, it's pretty doggone good. It's still closed source, it's still an issue, but that's why it's sitting over there now and not all the way on the other side of the room collecting dust. We've been playing with it for a little while. And I'm not saying it's coming back to the regiment on normal, but I think we need to do more printing just before I call off AnchorMake forever into existence and say bye-bye. It's not going to happen. Whereas this thing here, I mean, it's not a... I want it to be good. I want it to be great. I want everybody to be happy with it, but I'm not. And that's why I still can't recommend this printer to anybody. Unless you're willing to put in the work to figure out what's wrong with it, which is kind of what I'm at right now with it. But yeah, that's where we're at with that one. I'm not gonna sit here all night and harp on it. I'm a little frustrated, so I'm not rage quitting. I'm just frustrated quitting. I'm not even say quitting. I'm just saying I'm content with putting this printer in the corner, setting a print on it that was supposed to be 41 hours before it screwed up, and seeing what happens if it does the same thing. And if it doesn't, then great. Then we can switch over to the ceramic nozzle and start the rest of the print. But either way, it's gonna be one of those days. So, alright guys, I appreciate everybody coming out. Printer 2 is better than number 1. And I hope so. Because this one needs some help. But, alright guys, I'm going to go cook dinner for the wifey, finish up this, or throw that in the thing. Literally just throw it over there, put the ACE back on it. USB stick's already in there, hit print, go back upstairs, and hopefully everything's okay. If not, life's life, and got other printers to deal with that problem. Alright, so thanks everybody. I'm out. You guys have a great night, and we'll see you on the next one. Don't forget,